You want me to blow your phone up and come and looking for you till I find you. You really want me to whoop the hoe that you fucking with if I find her. Got to be your B-I-T-C-H, cause that's what you gon' call me when I'm tripping anyway.
What's up, Wagwan? It's Lexus C. Welcome back to my channel if you're not new, and if you're new here, welcome. So, you guys might remember some months ago I did a video and it was my teenage years and a 10-track playlist, right? Quite a lot of people did love that video, and since I've been getting a bunch of suggestions like, hey, do a part 2, hey, can you do more music stuff and whatnot. Now, it was always my intention to share my gems on my channel. That's what my channel is here for. So I was always going to give you guys some more music content on here. So without further ado, today I just wanted to get into some songs and their samples. Now, I'm pretty sure that like almost all of us have heard that phrase that like imitation is the highest form of flattery. I don't like being copied in it, like I'm gonna keep it at buck, but I do think that sampling is an art form. So for those of you who don't know what sampling is musically, I'm just gonna read a basic definition off of Google. In music, sampling is the reuse of a portion of a sound recording in another recording. Samples may comprise elements such as rhythm, melody, speech, sounds, or entire bars of music, and may be layered, equalized, sped up or slowed down, repitched, looped, or otherwise manipulated. So in essence, it's taking a bit of somebody else's song or a track and using it. Usually you do need like copyright clearing and all of this kind of stuff to do it adequately, but people be sampling all the time. So I just really wanted to get into some of my favourite songs and the original songs that they sampled. So the very first one. So the original song that we're working with is Deborah Law's Very Special. Now, if you don't know this song, it is a beautiful song and you may immediately recognize which song sampled it, but I'm gonna play it for you guys and then I'm gonna play the song that made me love the original song.
Love is life and life is living. It's very special.
And now we have the song that I love so much, J-Lo featuring LL Cool J with All I Have. Peep the sample. Oh guys, how much do you love All I Have? All I Have is one of those songs that it used to come on and me and my siblings would all do each and every bit of the song. Like we would be in the same room all doing one-man band, and honest to God, I just love the song so much. As you could hear, they used the sample from Deborah Law's Very Special throughout. When I first heard All I Have, I was like, I've heard this song. Like, obviously it was years ago, but I was like, no, like this, what I'm hearing, this, I was like, no, I know that. I have to find out what it is. And when I, went back to my research and heard Very Special by Deborah Laws, I was like, yeah, because that kind of sound, oh child. Anyway, so I love the song. And yeah, that's where that sample came from. So the next song that was sampled, the original track, is Jodeci with My Heart Belongs to You. Do you hear it? Whatever you need, my heart. And now we've got one of my favourite R&B artists, God knows where he's gone, but we've got Tyus with Stay. I love this song. When I heard it again, I was like, where do I know this sample from? And it took me so long to connect it. And one day I was just listening to Stay on my own on the DLR and I was like, wait, this is My Heart Belongs to You. So anywho, I'm gonna play Stay. Whatever, it's whatever. You hear it? Shawty, come and lay down. Ain't got shit to say now. Okay, so that was Tyus with Stay. Now you can immediately hear the sample again from the very beginning of the song, and then it's laced throughout and some of the lyrics are placed into the chorus. Now I really enjoy that sample because it's kind of subtle. Like kind of, as I said, it took me ages to deep it, so maybe I'm just dumb, but I feel like it's kind of a subtle sample and the whole song itself does not take the same shape as My Heart Belongs to You, which is definitely like begging ass R&B. So I really, really enjoy that sample. My favourite memory with Stay by Tyus. Is it Tyus? I'm so sure it must be, but I ain't never heard nobody say that man's name. I'm not gonna lie to you. My favourite memory with Stay by Tyus is literally just singing along in the car with my best ever friend to that song, and it's just, it hits different. That's really all it is. It just hits different. Stay hits different. If you listen from top to toe, like, you just can't not love that song. And I think, honestly, I think it's a flawless track, and I think Tyus in general, it's ridiculously underrated. As I said, God knows where he is right now, but just so underrated in this music team, because wow, dude can sing. Word to Gunnar, that boy came in blowing.
Lil Shawty sing, Shawty go blow. Man, you know Lil Shawty came out there blowing, boy.
Like, he came in blowing. So yeah, that's why I love that song so much. By the way, all these songs are in a playlist that I've made, which is a sampled playlist, and I have it on Apple Music. If you guys want it, let me know in the comments. I will link it, and I'll also make one for Spotify, since I have both Apple Music and Spotify, because I'm that big of a music nerd. So if I can't find it on one streaming platform, I gotta get another one. Cool. The next one is gonna be Ray J One Wish. Now, I know everybody deeped when this was sampled, but I'm gonna give you lot Ray J One Wish in case you lot forgot. Ooh, iconic.
As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I loved you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know.
And now the sample, Drake, Redemption. You said I loved you first.
I lost my way.
Can you hear it? Oh, please give me time, cause I'm searching. Oh, come on. Come on. Bro, the trend with these particular songs and samples are, I really think that these samples were well used in the newer track. I think they were so well used. Like, that is why I'm like, do you hear that? Like, hearing a familiar song that slaps on its own, as in has its complete own vibe and slaps on its own and then slaps as a sample, I think that is just mwah, 10 out of 10 art as Imitation. Trust me, dog. My favourite memory with Redemption, again, is probably just singing along with my brother. Like, my brother's really very much a Drake stan, so there's that. But I remember when we first heard it, and I was like, yo, did you get the One Wish sample? And he was like, yeah, did you hear it? And I really distinctly remember really enjoying the flow of the first 7 tracks of Views. Like, I really, really enjoyed the flow of the first 7 tracks from Views. Like, when thinking about Feel No Ways and You With Me, I was like, that transition from You With Me to Feel No Ways was just bust my brain completely. And so I just really, really love the flow of the first 7 tracks. So when Redemption came and I heard sample, I was just like, I was geeked. So that's why I like that song so much. And that's why I really wanted to include it in my sample playlist. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. A lot of people probably haven't heard this song, but it's called Don't Stop the Music, and it's by Yabra and Peoples. If you are hearing, you might be able to think of what song sampled it, but I'm gonna play it anyway. It's a bit different.
I just wanna rock you all night long.
And now the track that sampled Don't Stop the Music, a personal favourite, Eve, Gangsta Lovin' featuring Alicia Keys. Them other dudes okay, but I'm feeling you. Want you in the best way, what you won't do about it, why don't you just test me? Okay, so if you lot could hear that, now I know Don't Stop the Music by Yabra and Peoples is a different kind of track, so I know a couple of people probably may have not come across it before, but bro, you hear that sample? Did you hear that sample? Okay, because I think it was very well used. Wouldn't you agree? Okay. The reason why I love Gangsta Lovin' so much is because growing up, I was really heavily invested in Eve. I love that babe. I just love that babe. And I think because I was kind of on the tomboyish side, I just feel like I related to her. She was so like gangster. Like when she said gangster love, like she meant it. Do you know what I mean? Like she just meant it. And I always thought of Eve as such a boss babe. It was just because she could literally wear a wife beater in a video, and like the girlies were not doing that before her. Like I'm so sorry, but who's gonna have their poor listen, I don't play about Eve. Don't play about my good sis Eve. I do not play about her, and I just want some people to put some respect on her name. But yeah, if it was Eve, I was involved, so I was always loving that song. And Alicia Keys was in her bag back then, so that is why that song is so stunning. Moving on to the very last tune. So I'm only doing 5 of these because, I mean, we'll see if you lot like we'll see if you lot like this, see if you lot learn something, if you lot found it fun. The final 2 tracks are, we are going for The Far Side with Passing Me By, and you should be able to instantly tell which song sampled it. But let's play The Far Side, Passing Me By. It's so bait.
Now in my younger days I used to court.
And now the infamous tune that sampled it very clearly, we've got Joe, Stutter, but this is the double tape remix featuring Mystical. Hey, you do not know me, but I know you very well. Let me tell you that I on your cell phone, no answer. You hear it? Okay, so that was the last pair of songs. Again with Joe's Stutter, I just loved that song. Personally, I didn't know, well, again, I didn't know Stroke realized for a long time that it did sample a previous rap song, only because, first of all, the Far Side tune is boom bap rap, and I do listen to quite a lot of boom bap rap, but I only knew the chorus, which was very different from that beginning part. So I was like, I know this tune when I would hear the chorus of the Far Side song, but I didn't connect the beginning of the track to Stutter by Joe. So now I have, and I'm loving it. My favourite memory with Stutter by Joe and the remix was literally my dad's slow jams mixes. So if you watched the video that I had with my brother, the tree type of video, like you'll know that my dad used to burn CDs and would always write in green marker old school mix and slow jams mix, and my dad had a bunch of Joe tracks on there, and when Stutter came out as part of the project that it was on, that was getting rinsed. So like I really do tie that song to my childhood, which is why when I thought about songs and their samples, Stutter came up for me almost immediately to put in my list. I really love doing this kind of stuff, so like going back and figuring out where samples came from, if they're original, if they were like random noises that were heard and recorded and turned into a beat. So this has been your little sample breakdown with Lex. If you enjoyed a tiny micro bit of background into sampling as an art form, then give us a thumbs up. Let me know you enjoyed it. If you want more tunes and their samples, let me know, because there's like, I've got way more in my locker. I just picked 5 because I thought 5 is a calm number. Test the waters, see if you lot actually care to see this kind of stuff. But yeah, man, don't forget to obviously follow me on my socials, always left in the description box, so you can always find my Instagram in there. Thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. As I said, if you like it, give it a thumbs up so I know, leave a comment so I know. And if you want to see more, let me know what it is that you're after. But if not, then I hope you guys have a great rest of your days, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.